The realization of self is little tricky. What I have observed over the time, giving lectures and taking care of cute souls. During the Amoksha course, when we do step 1, where we reveal the Amoksha ABC concepts, and then we do the step 2, where we do Advait Vedanta, Drigdrishya, and Aprokshanubhuti and Mandukya Upanishad. People try and they understand and they actually like that knowledge. And then thereafter, if they are progressive enough for the love of the God, we actually show them the Radha Krishna, Hare Krishna, and many of them they actually immersed in the love of God. But what I have seen that people at that stage also are immersed superficially at the level of mind, because what they carry on, they understand the concepts, the amoksha concept of the scientific 3 dimensions and 4 dimensions, and how the solids are not solid but they are waves, and it has been observed by Atman, they become uh, actually solid. And then thereafter, in the second Advait Vedanta, that we are not the world, we are not the body, we are not the mind, and in fact, we are the mind, we are the soul, we are the mind, we are the body, we are the entire world. They know it. And then, when they fell in love with Radha Krishna, they get immense peace, because that's a very good medicine. It's chanting the holy name of Radha Krishna gives a lot of energy. But a specific difference what I have seen is that people, they do not execute the knowledge of Advait Vedanta or Amoksha in the first 2 steps. Then that is the reason when they reach at the third step, they are speculating or trying to feed the need of body and the mind and the world. Yes, their passion is now good, their passion is low, their sattvic things are high, and their compassion is high, their tolerance is high, and anything, whatever comes in, they actually surrender it to Krishna and they feel good. But if they had only understood the concept of Atman, the second step, in a perfect way, they would never had the need to satisfy the mind. They would actually be able to establish themselves in the realm of Atman, that they are Atman. So when we do the practical kriyas, I feel that people are not able to continue with those kriyas, because that's a practical muscle to actually distinguish the world, body, mind, and then the Atman. Somehow I feel that they stay in the status of mind. They use the consciousness from the back end, they use the Atman from the back end, and they stay at the level of mind, and in the level of mind they remember Krishna, they chant Krishna, and then they, in the level of mind, they try to take care of the body needs and then the world needs, and then they are inevitable, to up and downs of the life. The pendulum of the life goes on up and down and down and up, and they feel pain and pleasure. Yes, just because they are at a third step of Radha Krishna, they basically have now ability to tolerance, and then if they are in pain, they will just start remembering Krishna and they will pray for Krishna. However, that's not the right teaching that we did. The right teaching is, I have left the world, or I am the world. If I have left the world, then why should I worry for the world? If I am the world, then again, why should I worry for the world? Whatever it is mine. That building is mine, that girl is mine, that boy is mine. So, what is to take? What is to give? Right? Yes, there are karmic bandhans, for that we have to act, but that action is taking place at every time, every in the body also. My heart is pumping, my blood vessels are pumped with the blood. I'm not the doer, basically. That is happening uh, on by on, right? So let the world also happen, because that the Krishna, supreme power Krishna, is doing the stuff and you're just a spectator, right? So the world is not in our control, or everything is in control. Second, at the level of body also, it is nothing in my control. My kidneys are functioning, my liver is functioning. I'm not actually ordering them. I'm just observing, or maybe I'm just witnessing. I'm eating food, or maybe I'm doing some good exercises in yoga, just to make sure that things are right, but these are working on its own. I'm not telling my liver, okay, now you are switched off or you're switched on. So I am just a spectator at the level of body. But then the only thing, a few things that I need take care of the body is to bath, to excrete, to have sense gratification of the touch, or maybe the smell and the taste and the eyes. So again, that's I believe that is not me. And then when I look at the level of the mind, I think there is the main culprit. Basically, people get stuck in the mind only. They don't reach to the level of Atman. To reach to the level of Atman is very easy. Just close your eyes and look at that awareness, that you have the awareness. Your mind is thinking. Even this thought, even the my discussion that I am thinking, again, this is the music instrumented by mind. It is not that Atman is speaking this, right? Atman is just the just something which is aware of the mind. When you are aware of the thought, yes, this thought is happening, that is Atman. And believe me, Atman will not have any agendas. Atma will not do anything. It's the mind. Mind would start saying you, oh, I got it now. Now what I'll do is, at that time when the almighty Maya would stuck me, I will just do this way and I will bypass the Maya. Now, that is not the Atman. That is mind actually trying to attune with Atman and trying to tell Atman that, oh, I know, and now I am enlightened. Atman is already enlightened. Atma is Sagun and Nirgun. Why I have said Nirgun and Sagun? At the first stage, you will understand it as a Nirgun. Because, like mind is having its vrittis and all the sense gratifications, then the conditioning, that all those things. Similarly, the Atman, it is having its own deep sanskaras. Those are at a the reflected consciousness. It has the deep sanskara, which is basically we as a jiva, we live in this life. And then at the very perfect stage where it is pure Atman, there it is no misery, nothing. And there is the Sagun Brahman, Krishna, so many qualities. Those will get unfolded only first you are able to distinguish the mind and Atman. Second, you stay there in the status of Atman, observing that, okay, what mind is telling me. Like, I had a person who used to drink, and then he went through this program, and then his mind would say, okay, I will not take it because I'm Atman, and Atman doesn't need drink. A very fine way. But in the evening, he would say, oh, I had a bad day, so that's why I should drink. Right? Where is the Atman then? Because then mind prevails, mind overtakes. Similarly, with all kind of bad or the good things of the passion, the goodness of mode of passions, like love, lust, or anger, or any desire, or any agendas that I will achieve something or I will reach somewhere. Those all things are the part of mind. Mind in the morning, when it's in the goodness, after japas and doing the malas, would say, oh, I will handle the things in a specific way, right? But then don't listen to that, because it's just the mind who is behaving in a good way. Mind, that bad monkey, the evil in ourselves, that bad monkey has to be first purified by the holy name of chanting Hare Krishna. Mind gets purification. Once the minds get purification, then it does not try to steal the power of consciousness, the Atman. And then Atman and that status is so blissful, it will not give its energy to the mind, and mind will not steal the energy of Atman, and then Atman will actually stay there, and mind will not bogus, mind will be in blissful Atman will stay in this true nature, and mind will not say, oh, now I need this, or now I need to switch on the fan, or now I need to have a drink, or now I need to have relation with anyone. Nothing, because bliss is there, already it's there. So that's the Sadachit Anand when you stay in the status of Atman. So what I'm trying to say, that's this distinction has to be done. We cannot just speculate or say, oh, I have understood that this is a world, this is a body, this is a mind, and I am the Atman. If you are the Atman, you have to stay there as an Atman. Then, when you will stay there as an Atman, you will even not listen to the cacophony of mind as well. You would not also take care of the body. You will see, you will be aware that, okay, there is a hunger. Fine, let it be there. It is not me, and whenever the food will be available, I will take the food. Similarly, you will see that the mind is making noise or creating pain and pleasure, etc. You will see, okay, it's not me, it's just an instrument which is getting heat on my table. Fine, let it be. When there would be adequate supplies, I will actually feed that mind. And in case that the mind is asking for the wrong thing, why should I do those things? Right? And even, the very idea that Atma will think that why should I do that itself is wrong. That is again the quality of the mind. Mind is stealing, mind works parallelly. Mind start introspecting. The very idea that, oh, I am the Atman is basically the instrument of mind actually stealing the consciousness. You have to be very, very careful. Atma is awareness. I am aware, that's it. Why I will act like a mind at this initial stage of self-realization? Once you have very maturely distinguished your Atman status, and you have stayed there at the Nirgun Brahman for quite a good time, then your abilities, the cognition, the abilities of your Atman would actually flourish further, and that purified Atman would have its own sanskara and all the things. Then it becomes the Sagun Brahman, and then it actually, mind is then, simple, a pure Ganga, and then it uses the mind in every way. Till then, we have to be very, very careful. Mind will always say, oh, I have now become enlightened. Right? How I would say, if you have to check this, if you have attained 2 years without any pain, pleasure, fear, anxiety, for any single second, then you can say, wow, yes, I have sustained the status of Atman. But if you have ever, right, as a reflector sense, it would come, because the Maya would actually put the thing. But how soon, if the time to take care of that situation was just 5 minutes, maybe people, they still show that they are angry, or because they have to live in the world, but internally, if they were totally in control at least for 2 years, then you can claim that you have sustained the status of Atma. Otherwise, what I feel, it is more like someone who knows everything, but they are not able to do the basics, the separation of world, body, mind, and Atman, and then they fell in love with God, Radha Krishna. And then the problem comes there is that in that status, they want to see Radha Krishna as in body. They want to meet Radha Krishna as in a specific gender. A male would see, oh, Krishna could be a female, or a female would see a Krishna. So they would be just stuck in that only. They would not be able to even distinguish, because the Atman is not gender biased. Right? Atma, fulfilled Atma is basically female and male, both the genders are there, and that's why they are totally fulfilled Atman. Right? So it's a very high end thing. So if you want to be successful in this, try to stay in the status of Atman. You will not need anything, I'll tell you, because you would say, I have taken so many births, so many things, why I should be worried about this body, this mind, and this world. you would be so fine, and at the same time you'll give the energy to mind to actually do the due diligence to your responsibilities and take care of the stuff. So try to be very very conscious about this, and make sure that more and more time you stay there in the status of Atman. Even in the ISKCON, Prabhupada ji, he tells that, why you're trying to fix yourself when you don't know yourself. Why you're trying to fix yourself when you don't know yourself means we're trying to fix our mind, we're trying to fix our body. These things are required if there are problems. But uh, if you are in halwe ki plate and you are getting fried yourself, how you can actually take care of the problem? Halwe ki plate में बैठ के हलवा बन के आप हलवाई बन जाएंगे. आपको you have to come out of that plate, then you have to actually look at the problem. So when you are at a status of Atman, then you can see, okay, the mind is having this halwa. How I have to fix, or body is having this halwa, how I have to fix, or the world is having this halwa. So it's very very important to become aware of the Atman now and be able to separate it. Believe me, it's such a blissful experience that you feel so much of bliss and you would not even like to come out of that status. When you do meditation or japa Hare Krishna, and then when your status of Atman, you are doing it at the status of Atman. Prabhupada ji always said that do the things at the status of Atman, live this world with the status of Atman. But a very illiterate person is living the world at the status of world. They're fighting, they're raping, they are just cheating people. Then there are people, they are just living in this world at the status of their body, sense gratification, enjoying money and all that stuff. Then there are people, they are living in the status of mind, introspecting, just dwelling with all those stuff and doing so many different things. Buddhist, if you see, they only come to the level of mind. They just see what is happening in mind. Mind will keep on happening. It will just have those memories, etc. But who is infusing the power into the mind, to create those memory? It's the Atman. So if you be at that part of Atman, you don't worry about the mind. Do you worry about your limbs, that okay, my hands are always moving, why, or it is not moving, why? You just use your hands, and most of the time, if you just remember, you're sitting, you're doing something, and your hand is scratching your leg. You never gave your hand an instruction to scratch the leg. That happened automatically, and you don't worry, because at the body level we are still very genuine, but the problem comes at the mind level, because mind keeps on thinking and making you feel good, bad, ugly all the time. That's why we panic. That's why we now then we go to Krishna and say, oh Krishna, why I have such life, and blah blah blah. That is the life of mind. It's not the life of Atman. Atman is Amar. So try to be at the status of Atman. If you still have questions, you can connect with me. I would be more than happy to help. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Again, I would like to end this with Hare Krishna, Karuna Sindhu, Dina Bandhu, Jagatpate, Gopisha Gopika Kanta, Radha Kanta, Namastute, Tapta Kanchana Gourangi, Radhe Vrindavaneshwari, Vrishabhanusute Devi, Brahmai Hari Priye, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhari Shrivasadi Gaur Nitya Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.